There it is.
Are we ready?
We are.
Okay. Call the meeting in order. Roll call.
All right. Preston Rickard's here.
Ron Grover.
Eddie Wilkerson.
Linda Wilkerson, clerk.
Larry Worrell. Okay, on any old business, cemeteries.
Let's talk cemeteries. All right.
Yeah.
You have questions about the one?
Mackie, what are we gonna do with that up there?
As of right now, I have went up there, set a fence post out in the field, in concrete, and there's not much more we can do unless we wanna take this to court and make them move their driveway.
Have you talked to them yet?
I talked to them, told them I showed them what we had
Yeah.
as far as the property being surveyed, told them that we have had this property surveyed years ago, and everything's coming up the same as it was back then. Not new, no new boundaries.
Yeah.
Now, the cemetery, this is which one?
McGregor.
McGregor Cemetery. Okay.
So
So they don't
They-
wanna move it?
I told them that as of right now, I'm not worried about them moving their driveway.
Yeah.
We're not gonna tear that woods apart for a 100-foot by 75-foot plot area. So I'm not gonna put a fence around that cemetery. I might fence off where the monuments are at, but I'm not fencing off the entire property.
Yeah.
Is there a way to possibly right now there's no parking at that cemetery.
There is not.
Is there a way to incorporate the driveway as part of the parking? So that way they're still having their access, their driveway. Can we basically make a parking area off of it?
It can be done, but it's gonna take a lot of dirt work and a lot of fill.
Okay,
It would be easier to do it up closer to the monuments.
okay, okay.
I mean, it can be done, but that has such a steep drop.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out a way to
Save it and.
save it and the driveway at the same time. So, because we're never going to put anybody else out there.
No.
Not that I can think of. It's a done cemetery. So I agree with the idea of just fencing off around the monument. What has generally been mowed.
Mhm.
Do
I mean, it's only 75 foot wide.
we need to GPR it?
No,
You can't.
one of my relations said that they was actually monuments way down that way.
I knew you were going to say that.
Huh?
I knew you were going to say
And it's
that.
supposed to have, I'm supposed to have a cousin that's supposed to have pictures of it. That there was monuments on down over the hill to the west further.
Well, see, we own all the way down to that field.
Yeah, where the thing is.
That's why I was wondering.
Supposedly there was monuments in there at one time.
That's why I'm wondering if we have to, if we
You
should
you
GPR
can't
it.
get one in there, but there is no, that'd be like taking a GPS to
Oh.
Morton's out there before we cleared
Never
it.
mind, we can't
It
do
is
that.
as bad as Morton's, except
Yes.
for
So
the
I'd say,
cemetery
at least
side.
if not worse.
I think it's worse than Morton's.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel that putting a fence around the existing stones is probably the best way, and that's just to meet the state law
Right.
that we have to, it says we have to do the cemetery,
Yes.
but that is the cemetery as we know it. Without going in there and GPRing it and taking those extra steps like we've done at Morton, which we've never finished all of Morton's GPR. I gotta see if we can do that again in the future. But right now, I say just fence off what we can. I don't want to disrupt their driveway, but they have to be. They know
Well,
in writing. Do they know it in writing that they are on our property?
I
No,
have not
not in
seen
writing.
nothing to them in writing.
I would make sure that we put it in writing that we don't intend to do anything with the driveway as of right now, but your driveway is on the township property.
And I told him, I said, and this could change. If something happens and I'm not the next trustee comes in, the next trustee may say, you gotta move it.
Correct. And that's why I say if we put it in writing, send them a letter saying, yes, we currently are not looking to do anything with your driveway, but understand that in the future, you are on township property, and that can be, they can force you to move that because you are on their property.
Okay.
That's what I would do. And then however much it costs to fence that sucker off.
Well, with it being 75, like I said, I'm betting it ain't much over 100 the other direction. Now, the question I'm gonna leave up to you guys. You and all three know what that front of that cemetery looks like against that county road. Do we dare try to put a fence across the front of that? Because if you do, you just magnified how much harder it's gonna be by mowing it. I can see fencing off 3 sides of it. I don't think we ought to try to fence the front.
There's a bank there, ain't it? Pretty good bank.
Mm-hmm. Very
It's
steep
at the
bank.
top of a kind of incline.
I think we'd be okay there, don't you?
Because technically, if we fence off the front, we're going to put a gate on it. Now, I've still got the gate for Morton. I've got it, I may leave Morton's gate here, and I've got it sitting out here stored.
In case we needed it.
But I'm telling you, the time you put a gate in there, it's about to swing out into the county road.
Yeah.
Unless
can't
there's,
swing-
unless
can't
there's
swing.
a sliding gate.
You
Well,
know,
that would eliminate using this one we got, but yeah.
I'm trying to think, what does the law say? It says fence it, but there's a lot of cases where the roadway is the accessible point.
Like Buckskin, I can see where you'd have to fence all 4 sides, because it's setting back behind the church. The county road's got us on the front side.
I know of a couple township cemeteries in Warwick County that the county roadside is unfenced, and they're still unfenced to this day. Not until I think 30 years ago they were unfenced on the county roadside, but every other side was fenced off. So 3 sides would probably meet the state law on this one, because, and I'm not looking at it from ease of mowing or anything
Right.
else. I'm looking at it from access.
Yes.
Public access, because it is their cemetery, it is the public cemetery. Since there's already no parking, really good parking there anyway currently, that's something we'll have to look at in the future, but we'll have to discuss that under something else.
Well, and sometime, if you all 3 can, you don't have to be all at the same time, go out and look at what we got and see if you can come up with a better way of utilizing the driveway to make parking for it. Maybe I'm overlooking something. Between you 3, maybe you can see something I'm overlooking and we can utilize that drive for parking.
Because I just always keep going back to that whole driveway situation. Not make them move it, but if we can make it part of the access to the cemetery, that's even better in my opinion. But back to the fence, 3-sided, if we have to, we'll come back in later and 4-side it and be done. But the parking is something we'll have to look at elsewhere.
We'll address that later.
I know you gotta keep so far off the county right away. You couldn't put a fence right up against the edge of that county road.
No, you gotta be 75 foot away from the center of the county road.
well, that takes care of that.
I know.
That puts you in bottom of the ditch.
No, that'll put you
In the
back
back of the
there.
ground.
You'll have about this much to mow.
I think it's either 50 or 75 foot, because when I put our place in, I called over there, and there's not many building codes in the state, or in Gibson County, but that was one of them. You had to be so far removed from the center of the county road, and that was.
Well, we did 25 foot, we can mow. After we put a fence in.
Right down the middle of the cemetery. No, I think we just do the 3 sides and be done with it for now.
Okay.
And then if something comes about later, then we have to cross that bridge then. but I think 3 sides is sufficient.
We need a motion on that.
I guess so.
Yes.
I'm making a motion 3 sides.
I second that motion.
Is motion carried, Larry?
Yep.
Motion's carried.
All right.
We'll do 3 sides, won't we?
Where we at on Kilpatrick?
Kilpatrick? Well, we're still in the same boat that we was in this time last year,
Okay,
working with the coal mine, trying to get the coal mine on board to deed the property over to us.
okay,
And give us that easement.
And yes, we gotta have an easement to it.
okay.
Have you
Because-
talked to him lately?
Last time I talked to him was probably about a month ago.
Okay. Okay, so nothing's changed on Kilpatrick. What about the access to Morton?
We're still in the same boat with it.
Okay,
Coal mine has not granted us a permanent,
Well, we had the
Easement.
10-foot one.
no. If they sell that ground, we just lost it.
Didn't you have the 10-foot easement from the beginning?
he's seen the same letter.
Okay.
It's my understanding, if the coal mine sells that ground, as long as the coal mine owns it, we have an easement to Morton. If the coal mine sells it and they do not go to the courthouse and register this, we just become landlocked.
However, they can't sell that completely because it would landlock us, and they cannot sell property that would landlock another piece of property. That is state law.
That's right.
That is state law. So they can't completely landlock us in.
Well, right now, technically, we are landlocked. Technically, because
There's no technical easement.
there's no technical easement, and the easement we have only goes up to the edge of the woods. It does not go along the northern side all the way up to where the gate's at.
True.
So technically, we are,
Still landlocked by law.
yes.
Okay.
But like I said, I'm talking to the coal Peabody mine about this, Peabody Coal.
American
Trying-
Onion Holding.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The way the law used to be, just like you said, you can't technically
Sell that.
landlock in the state of Indiana.
Yeah, correct. And you
And,
can't
but-
sell that.
But it's whichever way is the best to get to that property. That's
Well,
how they
Since
determine
this
who's
road's
gotta
already
give access.
there, that we've been using to clean it and mow it.
And that's the road that the coal mine,
Designated.
that road has been established, as far as I know, even back into the 1930s and 40s, there was a roadway there on the west side.
Right.
It was only in the 1800s that they accessed it from the east. In the 1800s.
Okay.
But circa 1900 to 1930, somewhere in there, there was a roadway that was put in, and it's documented. There's a roadway to the west, and that was where we believe our roadway is now. But for some odd reason, it just fell into disrepair multiple times over. Just like the cemetery has fallen into disrepair multiple times over. So, anyway, I said all that just to say, yes, there is a historical road there, we just don't know 100%.
Well, I can remember it from back in the 60s. I farmed that seltzer ground.
So,
There was a road cut through there between the Seltzers and Kenny Hornby.
so there's a road, there's historically a road there. So that is the easiest access. And by the state law, if you're landlocked, you have to provide access to it. The coal mine has to provide us that access because that is the historical roadway. Now, do they have to provide us a lease? I can't answer that. If they sell the property, they cannot technically close that roadway off because the state law of landlocking. And I know what you're saying, they did not give us the point to that actual entry point into the cemetery, but they can't stop you from going in there.
Well, as long as the coal mine owns it, we ain't got a problem.
We haven't got a problem. And they're not gonna sell that off anytime too soon anyway because
Now,
they're,
what piece of ground is that for sale out there? Some of that is for sale out there,
Mhm.
That is the old wash plant.
There's,
west side of the road.
There's 2 pieces out there for
Yeah.
sale. Mhm.
But I don't think where our cemetery is at, that piece is for sale.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Hold on, before we move on, I got a call, and it may have been from you. I don't think it was though. About the cemetery that is shared up on the S curve.
That wasn't me.
That was you, okay. So the call was who maintains that cemetery. You asked who maintained that cemetery. I thought it was somebody else for some odd reason, because that was a while
Well,
back. That was
I
a
think-
long time ago.
That was a long time ago.
You talking about the S curve there at Mackey?
Yes, I don't remember if it's Townsley, is that Townsley?
It's all
Townsley.
Townsley and all right.
All right.
Yeah, so one of them's ours, one of them's private. But one was moved when the coal mine mined to the other area. I don't remember which one's which. The smaller of the 2 is ours. Technically, but I think the people who maintain the larger one is also maintaining the smaller one, which by definition, we should be providing them monetary compensation
But we
for
have
that.
no paperwork that
For that.
shows it's ours.
Oh,
There's nothing that says
No,
that.
now I have paperwork for Morton and McGregor, but I don't have any paperwork for that.
okay. All right, well, we gotta.
And that's just like Kilpatrick.
Yeah, well, then we found out that
The
is coal
former-
mine.
Former trustee, you know, took care of that like it was ours.
Yeah, well, they also
And
took
then
care of another one.
when they
Mhm.
said we had to count them as capital assets and we got to checking, it
Yeah.
belongs to American Land Holding.
Then
and
I
if-
guess we need to find out who owns the smaller
The
one up there
west
in the
one, which
cemetery.
one's that? I get them mixed up between the Albright and Patrick.
Townsend's the one on the west.
Townsend.
Is on the west.
Townsend's on the west.
Yeah.
Then I think it's Albright is the smaller of the 2.
It's to the
that's
east,
Well, I know one of them, they still bury, or there's still people being buried in.
It's the bigger one. Actually, they may be, I don't know. I can't
Well, see,
answer.
that shit was buried to the east.
So we may have burials going on both
Cocky
cemeteries.
got buried up
It
there.
may not even be ours
Cocky
then.
got buried-
If
buried
what
on
she's
the
saying
east
is
side.
true, it may not even be ours.
Who did?
Because
Cocky.
I was always under the impression Kilpatrick was ours. It is not ours, so
Yeah.
And McLaren
McClary is
wasn't ours.
correct.
And we do have one cemetery that requires 0 maintenance.
Correct, and that's down here on 57
Yes.
because it's been completely concreted in.
Not by us.
No,
Wonder who did that? Morrison?
I don't know. It's got all new monuments, I mean, they spent some money on that
That's
rascal.
Morris Cemetery.
Yeah,
Have we ever got anybody to pull out there at Morton's yet?
yes,
Okay.
Same people as on the other 2.
same company.
I ain't got a chance to get out there for a while, but the last time I was out there, it did.
They're not having
wouldn't
a
have
whole
worked
lot
there.
left.
I believe
Oh,
you.
yeah.
I will do
Yeah,
some research
First time
as
they
well,
hit a piece
but-
of wire and took the tar out of the back of the driving lawnmower.
Oh,
Second time, they blew the drive belt off the lawnmower, so, yeah, they're not having a whole lot of
See,
good
on the
luck.
ones we own, we get a
Okay,
And I
paper
did
from
make
the,
it in the
Courthouse.
bid
Yes.
where they
Okay.
mow
and
the
we don't have towns
driveway
or
from the
Albright
county
or
road
whatever.
all the way
Okay.
up, at least once a month,
yeah.
to keep that
Which
mold off.
cemetery is that?
Morton.
We put a lot of money into that cemetery.
We have sunk a lot
there's
of money into
McGregor.
it.
Okay,
That's over there by Perry.
Yeah.
okay.
That was when I went to get those that we realized we didn't have Kilpatrick.
Okay. All right. I just, since we were talking cemeteries, I figured let's just get an update on all of them.
Yeah.
And Morton's looking good. I haven't been up there lately, but you guys were telling me that it's looking good.
It
As
is.
long as we're maintaining it, that makes me extremely happy.
And we've got the new gate up, the new gate is packed, so there ain't no one that's gonna drive up in it anymore.
Correct. And then you also put a walkway
Yeah.
entry point into that
Yes.
as well, so
Yeah.
I like that. So that
Looks
way.
good. I was looking at it, it looked good.
Good deal. I've got to get time to go out
Otherwise,
there.
the grass was about that tall when I was up there, it looked really good.
Good deal.
And I've got him mowing the grass high, so it
Yeah.
don't kill the grass out.
All right. I'm good with cemeteries.
Is that all the old business?
I think so.
I think that's it.
Well, we'll go on to new business. I guess that's that capital improvement plan.
We're in the 2026 budget.
Okay.
Did you print out a copy of the entire budget?
They've all got them right here.
That's it. I think he's got.
No, each one of you has got a copy of it.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I got this.
Okay, you got the Form 17, because you all have to sign off on it.
Yes.
No, not on this meeting we don't.
No, we don't sign, we don't have to
Okay.
approve anything technically on that. Okay. If you're good with this, let's talk this capital improvement plan stuff that was just sprung upon us in July.
After the meeting.
After the 2026 budget has already been taken over to State Board of Accountants and discussed. So, if we're reading this correctly, we have to set up a fund starting in 2027 with the leftover unrestricted and unused funds from the 2026 budget. 30% of that unused has to go to capital improvement plan, which is roadway and, doing this off the top of my head, roadway and bridges maintenance. So 30% of it has to go to that, which, since our township does not actually do that, that 30% would go to the county to maintain our roadways and bridges, which we know how that goes.
Mhm.
So, I say we adopt the law as it is written, as we understand it, that starting in for the 2027 budget, based off the numbers from the 2026 budget, whatever's left over from 26, that will be the 30% used for the capital improvement plan.
Yep.
I make a motion that we adopt the state law with that in mind. We will set the plan, we will set the budget line item up for starting in 2027 based off the numbers from 2026.
I second that.
Been approved.
Okay,
Eyes have it.
so that takes care of that state law that we gotta take care of. Okay. And then you guys will have to go into Gateway and start running the 2026 numbers in there. So that way we have numbers at this meeting next year to put into that budget. Yeah. So, and we'll see how much money's left over at the end of 2026 to really see how much is gonna go into that budget. So, all right. That's,
Anything else? Any
well,
other
we gotta
business?
discuss the budget for 2026. So, Eddie, talk us through the changes. Eddie and Linda, talk us through the changes of 2026. I know there's some.
He didn't give me a copy.
Oh, well, here, have a copy.
We raised salaries, trying to catch everybody up to where they should be at. We're still trying to get them up.
When you say that, are we talking to other local townships,
Yes.
advisory boards, trustees, and
Yes.
employees? Okay.
I think with this budget, we will be getting pretty close.
Okay. All right.
I've also raised, well, I've raised everybody's budget. Trustees' budget went up, clerk's budget went up, and all three advisory board members got
Okay.
a budget increase as well.
Okay.
There's the Form 17 that tells you what everybody's getting,
What else has gone up?
that if you agree with it.
Yeah, we have to, if we can't approve it though.
Yes.
We have increased office supplies because we're gonna have to go electronic as far as what we're doing with the books.
Okay?
So we will have
This is
to,
going away.
I wished.
No, this is what we want.
Yeah,
Okay,
to
that's
go
going
away.
away. Oh, yeah, I don't blame you, I'd like that to go away as well. Okay,
The bank's ledger is what
Yeah.
we're gonna do away with by going electronic,
okay,
which would require us get another computer and another printer
okay,
and a program to go in it to run this system.
okay,
The computer we got down here, the battery is starting to fail on it.
okay.
I don't know if it's something that can be fixed that easy, but I was gonna check if it was all right with you and see about maybe trying to get us an updated version of a computer for down here.
This computer is getting close to end of life as far as technology is concerned, if I remember right anyways. So,
We got it in 2022,
Well, when we took-
21,
22, I think.
because we had 1 year of Wilma's on it.
okay. All right, what else you got?
We put 25, we actually took cemetery funds down a
Okay,
little bit.
okay,
Let's see,
From 30 to 22.
did we go from 22? I thought it was 25.
let's see, it's on one of these, it's gotta be on one of these.
Anyway, we did take the cemetery fund back down, so.
Because we'd already spent
22.
8,000 this year.
22,000, okay.
So you moved right.
Yeah, hey,
She-
she knows the numbers as well.
She knows it better than I do.
Well, we
Um,
spent 8 out at Morton's,
Okay,
and so, and we had budgeted 30 all
We
total,
shouldn't
so.
have that big of a deal there now, we should have that under control out there, but like I said, we'll spend some on this one for
Well,
Mackie.
We've got it under control, but we don't.
Yeah,
If the coal mine finally gets that deeded over, we need to rock the heck out of that driveway.
yeah.
And that's gonna take a good chunk of money
Yeah.
to rock that long.
And that's gonna be part of cemetery maintenance, because
Yeah.
that roadway is there.
Going up
so-
the Morton you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay,
Now, Kilpatrick out there, if the coal mine gets it to us,
That ain't too bad,
no, it's not gonna be that bad,
We'll have to put a
but
fence around it though.
yeah.
that will all have to fall under that capital improvement plan stuff as well, based on what I was reading in the law.
right.
Anything Kilpatrick related, if that gets turned over to us, will be new to us. It's no longer maintenance, it's all new project, and that will have to go under the capital improvement plan. Anything that is maintenance, such as what's going on at Morton, it is literally something that's existing that we are just maintaining. So that goes under cemetery maintenance, is my understanding of how the
Yes.
budget should run.
That is correct. At least that's the way I understand it as well.
Okay.
Do you have anybody plan to work on the one at Mackie, then finish that in, or?
No, I have not put that one out for bid yet.
Talk
I
about it
just-
or not, or?
We just
but-
about need to clean a little bit before we try to fence it
Yeah.
in.
Okay, okay.
So it will have to have a little clearing.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. And that 22,000 should be able to cover anything we have going on out there.
Oh, yes.
On that
Okay.
little patch of prairie.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, we're not talking a great big
No.
area. to put all-
It's not Morton.
No.
It's not
No.
Morton.
Yeah, it's not.
Morton's huge. Okay, what else? Any other
We've
big
had
thing?
to up the insurance for the office
Okay,
because,
It really jumped last year.
in fact, it almost pushed us over.
Yeah, we'd always gonna have to appropriate more money.
okay,
We had to up the bond money that it takes to cover my position because now they're trying to tell me I gotta find someone else to run this office if I go on vacation or if I would get sick or anything like that.
okay.
I gotta have a backup system.
Wow. Okay,
And can't be none of you guys because then that would be double dipping.
that's conflict of interest.
Yep.
But you know, in one spot I read where if we don't have anybody, the chairman of the board doesn't.
We'll have to take over for a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So you moved from the legislative branch over to the executive branch temporarily, back to the legislative branch.
Yeah,
Wow. And
just like big government.
yeah, my gosh. And just for clarification purposes, for anybody that may be watching this, Eddie's position as the trustee is the executive branch of the township. The advisory board is the legislative branch of the township. You execute what we say you're going to have to do.
Yes, boss.
But we
Now,
worked well together.
Now, that ain't what, when I took this position.
I know. But that is how it's supposed to work. That's how the government's supposed to work, but that doesn't mean that's how it works. So,
But yes, we all have a good relationship.
yeah, so, all right.
Um,
Anything else budgetary wise that we need to know about, change wise?
we upped funeral costs
Okay.
dramatically, because now they're telling us, if someone comes to us, we're responsible for the entire thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we can limit them, they can't go in and order a big
The
fancy
deluxe, it
funeral,
has
you
to
know,
be
they have
like
to
a-
be basic.
Talking probably $8,000 to $10,000.
My sister-in-law passed away, we had to go with the cheapest route possible, and it was over 10.
So, I'm gonna ask a question here. In your tenure of trustee, have you had to bury anybody yet?
No, we have not.
I think under the previous trustee, we only buried 2 or 3 people.
Mhm.
In
And-
her 30 years plus of being trustee.
Are they a limit on the burial like that?
I
Are they a limit
think you have to
stipulation?
go the cheapest,
Yeah, you have to go the cheapest route.
Is
There's,
that cremation or
Mhm.
is that?
That
well,
is
no,
cremation.
if they don't wanna be cremated, you can't do that. If
That's
they-
what I'm getting at.
If they
If they
request
don't
that
want
they
to
not,
be
no.
cremated.
well, wait a minute, who's requesting? Because the only way the township's supposed to get involved is if there's nobody to do it. It's not if there's family. No, it's only if nobody's supposed to be involved, if there's nobody to claim the body.
Now, that ain't the way it reads.
Oh, they changed the law then.
It's, if someone comes to, if somebody passes away,
like if I died and I had no money,
Okay,
Eddie doesn't have the money to bury me.
okay.
He can go to the township, even though he's a relative.
So it's very
And-
similar to poor relief now.
Yes.
Before it was not that way.
okay.
That's
Well,
changed.
I know of one person Wilma gave money on,
Mhm.
and they had lots of family.
Mm.
She didn't pay for the whole thing, but she gave a certain amount of
I
money.
think I
Yes.
remember that when she did that, I believe.
Okay. Okay. Because my understanding of it was we were only paying for those
Now,
who
if
had
they
no.
have property or something,
That's
There's what we-
yeah, you,
okay. That may be where I'm going with this whole.
okay,
If we have a way of getting our money back, we have to do it.
Okay. Okay.
If they have property, car, whatever.
Okay.
But we can't go in to seize it. We have to wait till it is sold off, to however that works.
Okay.
They that go through courts.
yeah. We'd just put a lien against it.
Yes.
Okay.
I'd have to go to the courthouse and put a lien.
Okay. All right. All right.
We upped poor relief too, didn't we?
Yes. And now we've got it set for $900.
Okay.
That's the most we can pay on a light bill, gas bill, rent, anything.
Okay.
We up the money.
Per month.
and-
Per
I-
visit,
Per visit.
Yeah.
a month, yes.
Yeah. So okay.
And we're still holding to the twice a year unless something special comes up.
Well, we have to refer them like to the
CAPE.
Division of Family or CAPE or,
Yeah.
and they have to try other places before,
They come to us.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we're the last person they can come to.
Okay.
Basically. I was wondering if we should,
What'd you up it to? Do you remember? It's in township.
Well,
assistance is-
we upped it to, was it 30,000?
I think so.
Township assistance is, adopted budget is 51.6.
So that would allow for.
Am I reading that right?
Yes, but we had to break it down for.
Cemetery.
No,
Not cemetery, but funeral.
utilities, rent,
Okay,
medical is all in there.
okay, but that's still, that's township
Yes.
assistance there.
Yes.
That's what we're looking
But
at.
we had like 4 or 5 categories
Okay,
in
you
there.
had subcategories. Okay, all right. I'm looking at the overall. Anything else?
I'm thinking that's.
Do you want to leave the limit at 900?
Oh, that's where I was going with that. Because the
Either way,
last.
sounds pretty cheap.
Yeah.
I'm listening, I'm all ears.
The last few times we have helped
Mhm.
people, it wouldn't cover everything they needed. Wise.
And they had to talk to the utility or whoever and agree to try and get the rest to them. And the utility has to agree, they won't come after them for 30 days. Or if you pay their rent, they can't throw them out in the street for at least 30 days. But
But anymore, the way these utility companies are raising their rates,
and
rent has went so high.
we didn't know if we should raise it from 900 to 1,000 or,
I'd go 1,200, I believe.
That's kind of what I was thinking too, Ron.
Larry, what's your thoughts? You deal with more rental properties than I do.
Well, rental property's high.
Because,
And all your utilities,
you know,
is getting-
Utilities are getting outrageous.
Right.
but
Would think 1,200 would do it, or you think we ought to go 15? To be on the safe side.
Technically, 15 would be better. I mean, just because we got it, don't mean we have to use
No.
it.
Right.
That'd be, I mean, we could shut it down as far as that part goes. But it would be there if we had to have it.
Right. I think it ought to be raised myself.
I think we ought to try it 1 year at 15
I'll second that.
and see what happens.
I'll second
Like, so
that.
we might not have nobody.
That's
And
right.
then we might have 1 or 2, you never know.
Well, so far, we've had 6 people come, get the applications, and we never seen them again.
we've only had one customer this year so far that we helped,
Well, that's good.
because
Well,
most
it is
people
better
don't want to
than it is,
fill out the
yeah.
paperwork.
Yeah.
I hate it for people, but I tell them up front. I said, the only thing they don't want is a blood sample.
Yeah.
And that's protecting us.
Yes, it is.
It's helping them and protecting us. So I second the motion. I assume that was a motion
Yep.
for 1,500?
Yep.
I second the motion for 1,500.
Okay. So that
Larry?
Motion's been approved.
Hey, all right.
So that means we'll have to make up new rules for the
Yeah.
office.
Yeah.
Change
Okay.
that amount.
Anything else budgetary that needed to go, that we need to talk about?
We raised the Parks and Recreation from 2,000 to 3,000, I think, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
But we understand now that there's not a Barton.
Ball field anymore.
What?
It's gonna be done away with.
Oh.
What is
Hang on.
it?
It's going to be turned into a co-ed,
Hmm. That's interesting.
that everything's going wood.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe that. So,
Okay.
okay,
So
Mike.
we don't know what we're gonna have there.
Gotcha. Okay.
If it'll be, well, we just don't know.
Okay.
Did you guys happen to see your sign at the ballpark?
Ask me the last time I drove past the ballpark, or have been to the
It
ballpark.
says sponsored by
By.
the advisory board of Barton Township. Didn't mention Eddie, just you guys.
Oh, okay.
Hey, okay.
And
Sorry, Eddie.
my understanding is if we're doing and every banner up there except for that one is gone. So if you guys want a banner,
No, I'm good. I don't need a banner. I'm good.
Okay.
So, all right.
Okay,
So let me ask the big question.
okay,
What extra burden does this put on the taxpayers of the township?
this budget here did not change the taxes at all. We stayed the same as we did for the 2026 or 2025.
we
budget.
just took our overall amount down.
Fantastic.
It
That's
just takes the money out of the pot. instead of
that's
taking it
what
out
I
of the pockets.
really wanted to hear. All right. So
That's
we've
good.
increased stuff, but we've decreased how much is in
The budget.
Reserve.
the reserve, because we had way too much in the reserve.
Yes.
Yes.
So now next year, and I'm already thinking ahead, some of this may have to come down because
Oh, yes.
because it may end up biting us if we don't bring it down in the 2027 budget.
And I'm going to make a recommendation that you three board members are not going to like.
Uh-oh.
When we build or do the 2026 budget for 2027, all three of you guys be here to go over the budget with us.
I wanted to be here for this one. I just couldn't.
Yeah.
So, okay. Anything else new?
Nope.
We're good. We're good.
Well, we'll call,
I'm good with, you open floor, I guess? Is
Yep.
that- I'm
Make a
good.
motion to adjourn the meeting.
I second that.
meeting's adjourned. Motion's passed.
Motion has passed.